Hey now, it's your girl Miss B. Welcome back to my channel. All right, so we are in part 2 of our mini series on ways the Golden State Warriors can get back to their championship pedigree. I am excited to discuss this part 2 because it is none other than defense. Unless you've been sitting on a rock, you know that our defense sucks. And I mean, it's our Achilles heel. So we want to talk about defense real quick. Transition defense is really horrendous. And then the overall defense is subpar. Will be putting it, giving them the benefit of the doubt, but technically it's still horrendous. So one of the ways that I think that we can actually increase and get better, increase our chances of playing defense as well as overall playing 48 minutes of defense is we need a defensive coordinator, okay? We need a defensive coordinator, a coach assistant that will specialize in defense and making sure that they hold the players accountable when they're not giving effort, when they're missing key defensive assignments, which resulted in us losing 3 or 4 games where we were 20 plus points ahead going into the second half or the fourth quarter, and we come up short. That cannot happen. So I think if we have a defensive coordinator who will specialize in it, who will challenge the players, who will keep them in check. And then also, I think that they need to be able to yell at them on the sidelines, like get angry. For the first time, I think, in a couple of years, I seen Steve Kerr get angry, which was in I think the last game that they played against Milwaukee. We saw a visibly frustrating, or was it the Bulls? It was one of these last 2 games that the Warriors played in that we saw Steve Kerr get angry. But here are my suggestions. I would love to hear your suggestions of defensive coordinators that would be a great fit for the Golden State Warriors. My number 1 pick is going to be none other than Gary Payton Sr. Why? Because I've been preaching this and yelling to the mountaintop since last year regarding Gary Payton Sr. being the defensive coordinator. A lot of the Golden State Warrior fans, we visibly seen how the Warriors have struggled since Mike Brown on the defensive end. They have struggled since Mike Brown departed and went to the Sacramento Kings, along with Leandros Barbosa's LB. We've seen them struggle with that. And so I would love to see Gary Payton Sr. be the defensive coordinator. I do not think that he will show nepotism or favoritism to GP2. I've seen him last year. I've seen videos and even on TV, seeing glimpses of him, speaking to players in the ear, having conversations with them, which I think would be great for him to be on the coaching staff and actually teach defense, challenge the players to give more effort on that end. My second pick would be Rasheed Wallace. There was a report, I believe, last year where Darwin Ham, before he became, as he received we received notification that he was going to be the Lakers coach, and there were reports that Rasheed Wallace was going to be on his coaching staff. So if Rasheed Wallace is interested in coaching, hey, Golden State, ring his phone and get him on staff, because he, another defensive minded player. He's a player first, so he can relate to the players, and he likes defense, which goes into my number 3 pick. Ben Wallace. Paige and Ben Wallace. Are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Can we get Ben Wallace then? You know, if you don't want Rasheed, or if you don't want Gary Payton, Rasheed, Ben Wallace would be a great addition. What about Byron Scott? Byron Scott out there? I'm gonna probably say Byron Scott for actually a coaching, like if Steve Kerr don't accept his, if Steve Kerr retire at the end of this season, maybe Tom Izzo, Byron Scott, which I'll leave that to like part 4. But this video is going a little longer than I want. So those are my top pick. Oh, my last person would be Ron Artest. Now that would be very interesting, but I would like to see Ron Artest, Metal World Peace, be a defensive coach for the Golden State Warriors. That would be hilarious. But let me know what you think. Comment below, let me know, and let's have a conversation. I'm interested to see what you have to say. All right, now, happy MLK Day and enjoy your snowy day.